And welcome to Casual Buddhism. I'm delighted tonight to have a returning guest, Wendy Evans. I know Wendy's talked with Venerable Dhammananda about death and dying, the critical situations we face and the stress we face in society, and she always has some really good questions. So I'm wanting to introduce her briefly. She's a retired marriage family therapist. She's also interesting. She was one of the first founders of in-home care hospice, which was very kind of revolutionary, and it started in 1976 and 77. So back up to present time, Wendy, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And I'm very excited and very honored to once again have the opportunity to speak with you, Venerable Dhammananda. I just, something happens to my heart when I'm in your presence, even across all these miles. Here we are on Zoom. Um, but just I can always just feel my heart opening, which is such a gift.
That's
So,
wonderful. Yeah.
so I thank you. And, I was talking to Cindy last week. We had lunch and about what I might want to talk about with you. And what is really sort of foremost in my life right now is wanting to keep my heart open more of the time. And I'm finding the things that I'm kind of coming up against where I want to slam my heart shut and hide and protect myself are kind of twofold. One is everything that's going on in our country, in our government, and with our people that are confused and scared. And even last year when all of this was first starting in our country, my goal was to try to keep my heart open because I knew last year was going to be incredibly challenging in terms of what would be happening out there that would be cause so much suffering and be so painful. And for people like us who are trying to be present in the present moment, it's like, how am I going to survive that without just getting devoured and damaged by it? So that's the first piece, which I still, of course, am working on. The other thing that happened last year was my husband was diagnosed with colon cancer. And he chose not to do chemotherapy, which is sort of the usual treatment. But he's 82 years old, and he said, I am not doing that. I don't want to spend the time I have feeling horrible. So I'd rather live a shorter time period well than to be so sick all the time. And I will just say that he is doing something called immunotherapy that doesn't have side effects. He's been lucky and is taking care of some of the cancer. So who knows what's going to happen? I don't think he'll be cured. But during parts of this, I had the opportunity to be absolutely present, like I've never been in my entire life, for weeks at a time. And it was so wonderful to feel that connected to my husband. It was kind of like when we first got together and our hearts were just so open and we were so delighted with each other. And there was this connection. It was like we will have been married for 45 years. We've been together for 48 years. And we kind of lost that deep, deep heart connection, even though we loved each other. Anyway, I'm going on and on, but I found myself as life went on starting to get irritated, you know, and my heart closing also to protect myself from my eventual loss of him. So, kind of what I want to talk about with you tonight is the practice of trying to keep my heart open when conditions are such that I want to close my heart and protect myself. And I do not want to do that because I don't like who I am when I become contracted like that.
Yes. Now, first of all, I really want to congratulate your husband for his decision. I really agree totally with his decision to get this kind of treatment. To be
Yes,
natural to yourself, to be kind to yourself. Sometimes,
yes,
just simply the fact that they take you to the hospital, even for minor little complaint, you are in their hands. And they
yes,
start putting needle in you, and they could not find your vein, and then they change this place, that place, so much pain that you have to go through for almost nothing. So in,
yeah,
in his case, he is so wise to accept and take things as they are.
yes.
As for yourself, you're talking about this opening of your heart and closing of your heart. Your heart is always there. Your heart is always open. It is the thinking process that we think that our heart is closed. So allow our heart to feel itself normally,
Hmm.
because of this the control that we try to put out. The nature of our heart is always open, and the fact that you present yourself even this morning, the fact that you present yourself is the fact that you are already allowing your heart to do its true nature, that is to open up and feel both the suffering and both the kindness of others.
Mhm.
When you do not feel that your heart is being closed or your heart is being open, the nature of your heart is like this. So let take things as they are, take things as they come, and things are connected. Things are connected. It does not. You feel bad today because something caused you to feel bad. So when you understand the cause of it, set it aside, put it down. I would say put it down. It's very easy to say put it down. It's like you're holding a cup or something. You just put it down. The same way, and allow your heart to function its natural function. So there's not much work, not much work at all. But we talk about this opening of our heart and closing of our heart as though the heart does not function by itself.
Hmm.
Ah,
It is a thinking process that we think we are controlling.
ah,
Yes.
yeah, yes.
Allow, like you present yourself this morning, the fact that you present yourself so lively, so wonderfully, both Cindy and myself, we already get the effect of your presence.
Hmm.
And we already feel good. That Cindy and I will be saying that, oh, it's so good to meet Wendy today, like that. So uh, our presence speaks for itself. So your presence to your husband speaks for itself. He is
Mhm.
grateful beyond words, beyond words. And you are also grateful to see him this morning. We don't take things for granted anymore. As he's growing old, he is the same age like myself. We are
Hmm.
82. So we don't take things for granted. In the morning when you get up, there's something to be thankful. Yes, we have yet another day to live together. Yet,
Yes.
yes, we have another day that I can see my husband. So everything that is presented to you, be grateful. Be grateful for it. And then your heart will always be open, when you start seeing things in this manner.
I really appreciate what you're saying. That my heart is open,
Yes,
and it's like my conversation in my head, or it's my thinking that makes me feel I create that reality.
yes,
So it's like my thinking gets in the way
Yes, yes.
of what
Just
is.
let it be, and allow your heart to speak.
Mm.
Oh, I
Mm.
And
love.
you know, Wendy, you yourself, you have a positive, what you call it, vibration. You have positive vibration to allow. So do allow that positive vibration to connect with others, and you know that's the least you can do for others.
Mm.
Well, it's interesting that you notice that and see that. I really appreciate you saying that as well, because like I don't know, a year and a half or so ago, I was in a on a Zoom retreat with oh my gosh, I can't think of her name, Joan Halifax, who has um, the Buddhist retreat up in New
Yes,
Mexico.
I know
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, what's her title? I'm blanking on it for some reason.
Call her
Roshi.
Venerable.
Yeah,
Roshi.
Roshi. And as part of the retreat, she had us write a letter to ourselves. And this retreat was about how we were going to move forward. This was after the election, a November ago. How we all, each of us were going to move forward. And so, as part of the weekend, she had us write a letter to ourselves about what really our true, I guess, purpose or goal was at that point in time. And what I found myself writing in my letter to myself that was that my purpose in life, my road, the path I'm on is that of being like a presence, a healing presence for others. And I've always kind of felt like I wasn't doing enough. you know, that I should be writing books like Cindy is, or I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, or I have a lot of artistic and creative friends. And it was like the letter to myself said, "This is your path," and it always has been. And as I've looked back on my life, even as a little girl, I felt like I could see and hold, I don't know, energy or presence or something.
Yes.
And went on in my life to become a therapist, but it's like just being able to honor that and say this is enough, and not only is it enough, but it's a gift. So I really appreciate your saying that about me, because that's what I'm trying to like sit in and
Yes. Yes.
honor.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you, Wendy. And also, I think it's such a gift that Venerable Longmei that you saw that quality right away in Wendy. What a gift. It's
Yeah.
a real validation for you, Wendy.
Oh, completely. Yeah, completely. It's like, wow, you
So
know.
I think we're going to bring it to a close, and thank you so much for coming on. And thank you for sharing, as you always do, so honestly. That's what I love about you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Can I ask Venerable Dhammananda a question? Another thing?
Sure.
And if you don't want to answer this, that's fine. But I was just wondering how you were doing, because I know you've had some health issues the last year or two. And I just want you to know
Yeah.
that I think about you and hold you in my heart.
Thank you, Wendy. I am in this aging process, and things are not the same.
Yes.
Things are not the same, but things are changing, so it cannot be the same. It
Right.
cannot be the same, and be grateful at least for what I have. Be
Yes.
always thankful for what I have. I'm still able to talk to Wendy. That's great. That's great enough. Yesterday, we had this. We opened a booth in a book fair, university book fair, and I was able to visit them, walk in the sun to visit those volunteers who were working for us at the booth. So I sat back and I thought to myself, I'm thankful to myself that I'm still able to do that. So don't take things
Yes.
for granted. Don't take things
Mhm.
for granted, and don't take things that, oh, I used to do that. I used to be able to do this, because that you and this you is different. That
Mhm.
you is already you in the past, but the you in the present is able to do this much, and be
Yes.
grateful for that, for this much.
Yes. Well, I'm with you there. I feel tremendous gratitude for what is and how I've been able to be in this my life, in this my life.
Yes, 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 yes. So wonderful for Wendy. You have added um, the positive energy to my life this morning.
Oh, very good. Thank you so much.